All right, we're back with part two of the study of Noah and Ham, one of the most important Old Testament stories that really sets the trajectory for the rest of the Old Testament and the Bible, really. It's incredible. And we mentioned earlier that they walked out of that ark, that smelly ark that they had been in for over a year. And everybody and everywhere and everything that they ever knew was gone. All their friends, all their enemies, all their favorite stomping grounds were gone. Every person that almost came into the ark, gone. Everybody that did and then maybe died beforehand, gone. Family, gone, except for their wives. So now let's look at the story. Now I want to make it clear that I have great respect for veterans. And you're greater men and women than I am, okay? Especially if you've been in combat or you have any kind of PTSD. My heart goes out to you, brother, sister, okay? Much respect to you. But this PTSD that they had has to have been worse than any war that was ever fought, because they lost everything. Now, let's get into it. And Noah began to be an husbandman. That is not that he became a husband. That means he began to be a vine dresser. He raised grapes, and he planted a vineyard, and he drank of the wine, and he was drunken. And he was uncovered within his tent, meaning uncovered, he was naked. You know, when we get drunk, we do stupid things, and I by no means want to condone drunkenness. Drunkenness is a sin that needs to be repented of, confessed, and we need to make a U-turn, not get drunk anymore. But Noah got drunk, and many times there are sermons presented on this subject, and they condemn Noah, and rightfully so. We condemn the sin, right? But think about all he's been through. I don't want to make excuses for sin. That's not what I'm doing. But before you point the finger at Noah, I want you to think about all he's been through. He lost everybody important in his life. And so he had all that weighing on his mind. And he was older than everyone else. He was 600 years old. He'd met a lot of people. And they're all dead. Also, they all rejected his preaching. And you know, I've preached sermons before that didn't go too well, but I've never had the whole earth reject my sermon. That's got to be very discouraging. So Noah got drunk and he was uncovered in his tent. And that is the premise of this awful story that takes place, because there are different interpretations of what happened. We'll just touch on the first part. And Ham, the father of Canaan, it mentions Canaan, maybe because he was a favorite of Ham, or he was the firstborn that got demoted. I don't know, or he had a part to play in this. He saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brethren without. This could be an instance of parental disrespect, but I think there could be something more sinister here, and we'll get to it in part 3.